In case of fowl, you will find the presence of a well-developed shoulder girdle, okay, and then arm area, forearm area, and the manus region. Okay. Then manus region is further divided into carpus, metacarpus, and digit. Okay. So the shoulder girdle or pectoral girdle is formed by the scapula, clavicle, and coracoid bone. बोन्स जो है वो बहुत छोटी छोटी होती हैं एंड हियर यू कैन सी द कोरेकॉइड बोन. ये जो बोन दिखाई दे रही है दैट इज द कोरेकॉइड बोन. एट अ पॉइंट 3 बोन्स, क्लैविकल, इसमें क्लैविकल अभी मिसिंग है, ये स्कैपुला की.
मैम बोन इज नॉट विजिबल.
ओके, नाउ बोन इज विजिबल. Is it visible? And find a presence of a scapular blade and this is the coracoid. ठीक है. क्लैविकल जो है वो अभी इसमें मिसिंग है. When these 3 bones united, at the union of these 3 bones, you can see the presence of a foramen. This foramen is known as foramen triosseum, and this allowed the passage of different muscles. ठीक है. Foramen triosseum. Triosseum. Tri is used for the 3 and osseum for the bone, and the foramen is present. That's why foramen triosseum. यहाँ 3 bones unite हो रही हैं, वहाँ पे foramen बन रहा है, scapula, coracoid and clavicle. Okay. So scapula. This is the scapula of fowl. ये जो दिख रही है ब्लेड शेप बोन, इट इज अ ब्लेड शेप बोन एंड अप्लाइड अलोंग द लेंथ ऑफ द स्केलेटन. वहां पे बोन का अरेंजमेंट इस तरीके से था, इन अपवर्ड डाउनवर्ड पोजीशन, एंड हियर इट इज अप्लाइड पैरेलल टू द वर्टिब्रल कॉलम अलोंग द रिब्स. ठीक है. इसको हम स्केलेटन में देख भी सकते हैं. जस्ट वेट फॉर सेकेंड. दिख रही है?
यस मैम.
ओके.
यस मैम.
ठीक है. सो फ्रॉम दिस साइड you can recognize the presence of scapula. ठीक. So it is applied in this manner. It has 2 surfaces, 2 extremities. Surfaces, एक medial surface and lateral surface. ठीक है. Medial surface is applied to the vertebral column and lateral surface parallel to the vertebral column and lateral surface is faces opposite. ठीक है. ठीक. At the anterior part, you will find a cavity for articulation with the humerus, that is the glenoid cavity. ठीक है. So at the anterior part, you will find a glenoid cavity. At the proximal area, you will find a acromion process. ठीक. So the important thing is the glenoid cavity is situated at the anterior extremity, and glenoid cavity get completed by the help of coracoid bone. ठीक है. And all these 3 bones take part in the formation of foramen triosseum, which allowed the passage of tendon of deep pectoral muscle. ठीक है. So this is about the scapula. The next bone is coracoid. Here you can see, and this is the strongest bone of the shoulder girdle. It is directed downward and backward. Here you can see the presence of coracoid. Is it visible? The presence of the foramen in the bones known as pneumatic foramen. ठीक है. And they helps to lower pneumatic foramen presence होने से क्या होगा? अगर कहीं एयर स्पेसेस प्रेजेंट है तो उसको
फ्लाइंग में हेल्प करते हैं।
फ्लाइंग में हेल्प करेंगे, ठीक है ना। सो इन वेरियस बोन वी विल फाइंड द न्यूमैटिक प्रेजेंस ऑफ न्यूमैटिक फोरामेन. Clear? So here you see the presence of scapula, second one is coracoid, and third one is clavicle. ठीक है. Clavicle is thin, short, rod-like bone. ठीक है. And ventrally it fuse along with the bones of other side. And united clavicle is known form the furcula. So when these bones united, they form a furculum, and distally you will find a process known as hypocleidium. The united clavicle forms the furcula. The united clavicle is formed the furcula, and clavicle bone is known as also a wishbone. क्लैविकल बोन को विशबोन भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है. So it is known as wishbone. It forms a V-shaped area, and it is a rod-shaped bone, rod-shaped cylindrical bone, and provides support to the shoulder region. ठीक. The next bone of this area is humerus. This is the humerus. ठीक है. यहाँ ऊपर देख सकते हो humerus. ठीक है. This is the humerus. It is also a curved long bones and presents in a horizontal position. Here you can see the presence position of the humerus parallel with the scapula. ठीक है. So it is the bone of the arm region. It is also present in a horizontal in position parallel with the thoracic vertebrae. ठीक है. Proximally it articulate with the scapula, and distally with the radius and ulna. ठीक. It has two extremities, proximal extremity. Here you can see the proximal extremity and the distal extremity. Proximal extremity and the distal extremity. On the proximal extremity you can see the presence of head. This is दिखाई दे रहा है. दिखाई दे रही है. This is the head. ठीक है. And this one is tuberosity. And on the proximal area you will see the pneumatic foramen. ये दिखाई दे रहा है. This foramen is the pneumatic foramen. Okay. And on the distal extremity you will find the presence of two condyles for articulation with the radius and ulna. At the distal extremity you will find the two condyles for articulation with the radius and ulna. ठीक. Okay. Next bones are radius and ulna. Interosseous space is present in the whole length of these bones. and these are two bones, radius and ulna. ठीक है. Here you can see the presence of radius and ulna. This one is radius and this one is ulna. ठीक है. So radius is small bone. It articulates with the ulna as well as proximally with the humerus. It is cylindrical and slightly curved towards the ulna. Okay, proximal extremity पे it articulate with the ulna as well as with the humerus, and on distal extremity it articulate with the carpal bones. It is larger than the radius and curved, having a concavity, and this concavity facing towards the radius. It has shaft and two extremities. On the shaft you will find, on the proximal extremity you will find a concave facet for articulation with the bone. दिख रही है कि नहीं दिख रही बच्चों? Here you can see the presence of concave facet for articulation with the humerus, and on the radial side you will also find a concave facet for articulation with the radius. So two concave facets will be encountered on the proximal extremity. On the distal extremity you will find articulate facets for articulation with the carpus bone. In case of fowl, two carpal bones are present. These are radial and ulnar carpal bone. Only two carpal bones are present in the radial and ulnar carpal bone, and the distal row is fused with the metacarpal. Okay, distal row is fused with the metacarpal. So for the metacarpal, sometimes you may encounter the term carpometacarpal. Bone. Okay. So this is radius and ulna, and this is metacarpal. Here you can see the metacarpal bones. Metacarpal bone is made up of three bony elements. Here you can see the two bony elements will be very much clear. Okay. First one is small projection. Second and third one are more extensive and fused, and large interosseous space is present between these second and third. ठीक है, सेकेंड और थर्ड के बीच में इंटरॉशियस स्पेस प्रेजेंट होगा. तीन एलिमेंट्स मिलेंगे मेटाकार्पल रीजन में हमको. मतलब तीन मेटाकार्पल मिलेंगी, फर्स्ट, सेकेंड एंड थर्ड. सेकेंड एंड थर्ड आर वेरी वेल डेवलप्ड, फ्यूज्ड, having a large interosseous space in between them, and first one is small and projected from the radial side or medial side. ठीक है. And in the distal extremity you will find the phalanges. ठीक है, यहाँ पर हम बहुत सारी phalanges नहीं देख पा रहे हैं, but the digits are 3 in number and number of phalanges varies in each. ठीक है, 3 digits are present, first, second and third, and in first and second digit 2 phalanges are present, while in third digit single phalange is present. phalanges का अरेंजमेंट बहुत अच्छा और बहुत क्लियर नहीं है, और यहाँ हमारे पास अभी लूप बोन भी नहीं है, बट यू कैन सी द प्रेजेंस ऑफ phalanges, presence of digit below the metacarpal. Okay, this is metacarpal element, and below this you can see a digit and 2 phalanges are present, first and second. Okay, 2 phalanges are present, so it is the second digit. In first digit also you will find the 2 phalanges, and in the third digit you will find only 1 phalange. Clear? This is the scapula of Fowler. Hind limb or skeleton of hind limb area. Actually, we discussed the ribs and vertebral column at the time of discussion of ribs and vertebral column of other species. We discussed about the sternum, so it covers all these aspects. Now the remaining portion is os coxae and the bones of hind limb. Os coxae, tibia, fibula, tarso, metatarsal, and digits. Okay. In case of fowl, the use of term of pelvic girdle is misnomer because these two bones of both sides, not united in the middle. There is a wide gap between these two side bone or two side os coxae of two sides. Because of this pattern allowed the easy laying of egg in case of female. Okay. Here you can see that the ilium, ischium and pubis are arranged parallel to the vertebral column. Okay. And here you can see the bones. Okay. Now the bone which is long and extended caudally is the ilium. ये bone दिख रही है? This one is ilium. This portion is ischium. ये नीचे का जो portion दिखाई दे रहा है that is ischium. And this rod shaped bone is pubis. ठीक, long bone which extend from the thoracic vertebrae to the sacrum is ilium. The ischium and the pubis. Clear? तीनों bones समझ में आई? ilium, ischium, pubis तीनों बोन समझ में आ रही हैं?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक. Okay. Now this surface will be the, ये कौन सी surface होगी? कौन सी surface होगी ये वाली?
Lateral surface.
बाहर की तरफ प्रोजेक्ट करती है, that surface is gluteal surface. ठीक है ना? So this is the gluteal surface. It is concave anteriorly and convex behind. आगे की तरफ concave and convex behind. So this surface is concave and convex. ठीक है? Anteriorly it is concave and posteriorly it is convex. Clear? And this is the pelvic surface. ठीक? This is the pelvic surface. The medial border is united with the vertebral column. ये vertebral column चला आ रहा है towards the medial side. It is united with the spinous process of the vertebral column. ठीक है? And यहाँ तीन foramen दिख रहे हैं तीन foramen? तीन foramen clear है? एक, दो और तीन. फर्स्ट वन, सेकेंड वन एंड थर्ड वन दिखाई दे रहे हैं?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक, ठीक है. तो इन तीन फोरामेंस में जो इलियम और इशियम, इलियम एंड इशियम के बीच में एक फोरामेन बन रहा है, दैट इज द ischiatic फोरामेन. इलियम एंड इशियम के बीच में एक फोरामेन है, दैट इज द ischiatic फोरामेन. इन बिटवीन द इशियम एंड प्यूबिस कौन सा फोरामेन प्रेजेंट होता है? इन बिटवीन द इशियम एंड प्यूबिस देयर इज अ फोरामेन. कौन सा फोरामेन?
Obturator foramen.
ऑब्टुरेटर फोरामेन. ठीक है. एंड At a place, all three bones are united. Pubis आ रही है यहाँ, ischium का पार्ट आ रहा है और ilium का पार्ट आ रहा है. That is the acetabulum. ठीक है? And acetabular cavity is perforated in case of foul. फाउल के केस में एस्टाबुलर कैविटी जो होती है वो परफोरेटेड होती है. ठीक है? क्लियर? इज परफोरेटेड इन केस ऑफ फाउल. इशियम एंड प्यूबिस के बीच में ऑब्टुरेटर फोरामेन एंड इलियम और इशियम के बीच में स्ciatic फोरामेन. क्लियर? ठीक. सो इलियम समझ में आई. Ischium is smaller than the ilium and it is somewhat triangular in outline and smaller than the ilium. ठीक है? ilium के कंपैरिजन में ischium जो है वो छोटी बोन है, triangular in outline है and it united with the pubis and pubis is also a small bone which is a rod shaped bone. ठीक? So this is about the pelvic girdle of fowl. Pelvic girdle is misnomer in case of fowl. Now come to the next bone, that is the femur. Okay? It is directed in a downward and forward position. Okay? It has two extremities and shaft. Extremities articulate with the acetabulum. Proximal extremity articulate with the acetabulum and distal extremity articulate with the tibia. फिबुला एंड पटेला. ठीक है? यहाँ पे पटेला भी मिलेगी. इन केस ऑफ डॉग, ये शायद बताना भूल गई थी, इन केस ऑफ डॉग हम प्रॉक्सिमल एस्पेक्ट में पटेला मिलती है और डिस्टल एस्पेक्ट में एक और सिसमॉइड बोन मिलती है दैट नोन एज फेबेला. डॉग के जब हम हाइंड लिम्ब पढ़ेंगे तो उसके प्रॉक्सिमल एस्पेक्ट में तो हमें पटेला मिलनी ही मिलनी है. पोस्टीरियर एस्पेक्ट में भी हमको एक उसी स्टाइफल जॉइंट के लेवल पे पोस्टीरियर एस्पेक्ट में भी एक सिसमॉइड बोन मिलेगी एंड दैट इज फेबुला. फेबेला, फिबुला नहीं, फेबेला, FABELLA, फेबेला. ठीक है? That is also a sesamoid bone that present in case of dog. So in case of dog, when we calculate the number of sesamoid bone, we added 2 sesamoid bone in the posterior aspect, in the posterior limb, hind limb. Clear? Okay. So this is the femur of fowl. Proximally it articulate with the acetabulum and distally it articulate with the फीमर जो है उसका प्रॉपर नहीं कीजिए. ठीक, हम इसी में से देख लेते हैं. डिस्टली इट आर्टिकुलेट विद द टिबिया फिबुला. Here you can see the tibia bone, fibula bone, and at the anterior aspect you can see the presence of patella. ठीक है? Tibia is comparatively larger than the femur. Tibia is comparatively larger than the femur. Okay. Now come to the tibia. Okay, it is the bone of leg region and it is directed downward and backward. It also has shaft and 2 extremities. ठीक है? On the lateral side you will find the presence of fibula. Proximal extremity articulate with the articulated with the femur distally and the post distal extremity articulate with the tarso-metatarsal bone, and here you can see the presence of spine at its anterior aspect, and this known as nemial crest. Okay. In case of other species, we use the term for the anterior border is we use tibial crest. Okay, and in case of fowl, we use the term nemial crest. Okay, tibial crest, nemial crest. So this is the, here you can see the presence of prominent ridge, that is the tibial crest. Okay. Now come to the fibula, is small bone which is situated at the lateral aspect. Now come to the tarsal bone. The tarsal bones are get fused with the metatarsal bone. Okay, and that's why metatarsal is also known as tarso-metatarsal. Tarso-metatarsal. During the birth time, tarsal bones are exits in two rows, but later on the proximal row fused with the tibia and the distal row is fused with the metatarsal. Okay, and here you can see the presence of metatarsal bone, and it is also a long bone, and it shows the fusion of second, third and fourth metatarsal bone. In the forelimb we see the three elements of metatarsal, but in the hind limb, sorry, metacarpal, but in the hind limb you will see the single metatarsal bone, and it represents the fusion of the second, third and fourth metatarsal bone. Okay, and it is directed in a downward and forward position. And in case of male, एक टर्म सुना होगा स्पर. स्पर क्या होता है? Here you can see at the distal extremity you can see the presence of three condyles. First, second, third. तीन condyles दिख रहे हैं. तो this is the typical feature of metatarsal bone of fowl, that you can see the three condyles at the distal extremity. ठीक? And here you can see the two condyles. Okay, so this is about the, this is the tibial bone of the tibio-tarsus term we use करते हैं because of the proximal row of the tarsal is fused with the tibia. So sometimes they use the term tibio-tarsal bone and tarso-metatarsal bone. So tarso-metatarsal bone here you can see, and you can see a presence of a groove at its anterior part and presence of three condyle at its distal extremity. Okay, and in case of fowl, 4 digits are present in the distal extremity. Okay, first, second, third and fourth, and the number of phalanges in each digit is variable. In case of first, you will see the 3 phalanges. In case of second, you will see the 3 phalanges. In case of third, you can see the 4 phalanges. Okay, and in case of fourth, you can see the 5 phalanges. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ठीक है, यहाँ पर हमें 5 phalanges मिलेंगी फोर्थ में, थर्ड में हमें 4 phalanges मिलेंगी. ठीक है, and in case of first and second, you will find the 3 phalanges. ठीक, skeleton of forelimb and hind limb of fowl. Phalanx, you can presence of horny claw. ठीक है, जैसे हमें अदर स्पीशीज में क्लॉ के बारे में बात करते हैं. Likewise, here you can see the presence of, दिख रहा है, presence of claw shaped distal phalanx. ठीक है, जो हमें लाइव कंडीशन में क्लॉ जैसा दिखाई देता है, ठीक। सो दिस इज अबाउट द स्केलेटन ऑफ फोर लिम्ब एंड हाइंड लिम्ब ऑफ फाउल। इसमें किसी को कोई डाउट, कोई परेशानी हो?